Hey everybody, Ron the Future here. How are you guys doing today? Hope everybody is doing very well out there. So today I have a different kind of video to share with you guys. No comic books, no Hot Wheels, nothing like that. A lot of you know already that I live in Las Vegas. I have lived here for 26 years now. And once in a while you guys will ask me questions on Instagram or Facebook or something like that. So I thought what I'd do today, I'd sit down and I'll try to answer a few of your questions. If you have any more, leave them in the comments below and I can do a follow-up video for this. So I wrote down a few questions that a lot of you asked. So these are 13 questions I will be answering. So these are things you should know before you come here to Vegas. If you move out here, or if you're going to come to Las Vegas to visit. So the first one is, it's pronounced Nevada. A lot of people say Nevada. It's like tomato, but Nevada is the proper way you say it, just so you guys know. So the second one is, we have no state income tax. And we have a very low property tax, for those of you who want to know about the taxes. So number 3, people think Vegas, especially if they haven't been here, a lot of people just come to the Strip, maybe downtown, and a lot of people don't leave that area. So if they're in the Strip, come here for the weekend, maybe they'll hit 2 or 3 casinos and fly or drive back home. Some people stay downtown and check out the Fremont Street Experience. Again, staying at one of the casinos there at the Fremont Street Experience, and they really don't know how big Las Vegas is. So Las Vegas is probably about 20 or 30 minutes from one side of the valley to the other, and there's different sections. So you have like the Strip in downtown, so that's considered Las Vegas. Then there's an area around that's considered Las Vegas. But then like 5 minutes outside of the Strip and outside of McCarran Airport, you have more developed areas of housing and businesses. So you have Henderson, you have Green Valley, you have Seven Hills, you have a lot of different areas. They kind of divided everything up. But I believe we're all in Clark County. I call it's really all Las Vegas, but it's in sections now because Las Vegas has gotten so big, wide, that they have to section it off. Henderson, Green Valley, such and such. So years ago, you could drive, they had from the East End, which is Old Henderson, you could drive clear across the valley, hit the Strip, go past the Strip on the freeway, and you'd end up in Summerlin. So that a freeway that runs our whole valley, that'll take you about 20 minutes. If you got on the freeway and drove from one end to the other, that'd be about 20 minutes. It still is, but the traffic is really bad now. The last 26 years, especially now, with everything going on, we have just a ton of people moving here. We've always had a lot, but now it's just a ton, especially from California and New York, back east. A lot of people want to move here, like I did, for the climate, the heat in the summer, the nice weather, no snow, etc. So the Strip really hasn't got any bigger. The Strip to downtown Las Vegas, that's about 3.5 miles of all casinos. And then on each side of the Strip, that's when it's more like a regular neighborhood in any other town. You have your businesses and your homes and suburbs and things like that. So that's what I was trying to say. When they do build on the Strip, they cram the casinos right along the Strip, one on top of one another. It used to be more spaced out. And when they tear the old ones down, they build new and keep them real close and then building them higher. So for those of you that have been out here, you guys already know that. So that's how Las Vegas is growing. It keeps getting wider with homes and businesses, and the strip and downtown, they just keep putting the buildings closer together and higher. So let's see. So that's how Vegas is growing. So the next question people ask about walking in Vegas. Las Vegas is a driving town because it's kind of like California. Everything's spread out. We have a lot of freeways, a lot of roads. So people do take buses and public transportation. But if you can, it's kind of tough taking public, transportation, because sometimes the weather is really super hot in the summer. And for me, it gets cold in winter, nothing like back east or the Midwest, and no snow, it's just cold for me because I was born and raised in Southern California. So, anywhere you go, public transportation is, more tough than if you have a car. So if you move out to Las Vegas, try to have a car, try to have a newer car if you can, if you don't want any breakdowns. And if you fly out here, you'll probably want to rent a car or take a cab, to the casinos, depending where you want to go. But they call Las Vegas a driving town because everything is spread out, kind of like California. Okay, so let's see. Now the next question people have asked me, we do have an In-N-Out Burger and a White Castle here in Las Vegas. I'm from California, like I said, we always had an In-N-Out Burger. I never ate at a White Castle. I don't even know if they have them in California. They do have them here. I have seen them. I haven't ate at a White Castle yet. Hopefully in the future. So if you like In-N-Out Burger and White Castle, we do have them here in Las Vegas if you're coming to visit or to move here. Okay, the next question. I don't know a whole lot about this subject. We are an open carry state on guns. I should know more on this. I am a gun owner, and I do believe if you go through the right channels and get your license, you can carry your gun on you. I have seen people in restaurants and stores that have their guns hooked on their belt on the side. So we are an open carry state. The next question I get quite a bit on Instagram is about prostitution here in Las Vegas. Prostitution is not legal in Las Vegas. I'll say that again. Prostitution is not legal here in Las Vegas or all of Clark County. I know you see in movies and TV shows, and for those of you who come out here, you will see working girls, walking on the street, in front of hotels, even in the casinos, etc. But I just wanted you to know that prostitution is not legal here. Guys still go ahead and do that, but you take a risk of going to jail, getting arrested and going to jail, and probably paying a very high fine. So I just want to make that clear. It is not legal here. Most guys I talk to from out of state, they can't wait to come here because they think it's legal. And then I have to tell them it's not legal. But for those of you who are interested, about 45-50 minutes going west from Las Vegas is a town, and it's called Pahrump, and it's in Nevada, Pahrump, Nevada. And the last time I checked, they had 2 legal brothels here in Nevada. Like I said, about 45-50 minutes from the casinos. So if you want to do that, you can take a ride out to, I keep forgetting the name, I know it very well. I come on camera and I forget the name, Pahrump, Nevada. And you can do that all legal. And there are videos on YouTube showing those brothels if you want to check those out. So I think that's where people get confused, because you can go to another county 50 minutes away and do that, but you can't do it here. And also the movies and TV shows kind of glamorize that, making it look like it's legal here. And then when you come to Las Vegas, especially on the Strip, when I'm there, there will be guys and women handing out little cards or flyers saying about the businesses and the working girls. But all that's illegal. So I just want you guys to know that. I want to warn you guys. So if you come to Las Vegas and want to do that, you can't do that here in Las Vegas. It'll be illegal. So you take a chance of getting arrested. Drive out 45 minutes away to Pahrump, and you can go to one of those two brothels, and it is legal there. There's no problem. So I just want to clear that up. A lot of guys are confused on that. Okay. So let's see. The other one was about fireworks. So let's see. Okay. Fireworks. I mean, you have your safe and sane fireworks, that's still going, but the illegal fireworks aren't legal here in Clark County. So, and to buy them, there is a place, again, it's either in Pahrump or you go to Pahrump and you drive a little bit out of the town. I've seen videos on it, I haven't been there in person. So it's outside Las Vegas, around the Pahrump area. Again, they probably have YouTube videos on this. And you can buy illegal fireworks to shoot off somewhere. But you're not supposed to shoot them off here in Las Vegas. Now, I live in the suburbs, and some of our neighbors do shoot off the illegal fireworks. But the neighbors can turn you in and you will get in trouble. So if you want illegal fireworks, you have to find some place to shoot them. That would be legal, maybe like a dry lake bed out here or somewhere, way out of town. Or maybe a lot of you visiting will want to visit the fireworks store, around the Pahrump area, and then ship the fireworks home, drive them home with you. I never did that, so I don't know too much on that. But fireworks are illegal here in Las Vegas, the illegal fireworks. I don't do fireworks anymore. I used to, but I would go to the local stands, probably like you guys do in your town, and get the safe and sane ones. I never had illegal fireworks, so I really don't know much about it, but I do hear things. The other one I get asked a lot here is about the lotto and the lottery. Here in Las Vegas, we don't have a lottery and we don't have a lotto because we have legalized gambling, of course. So the closest place that we can buy a lotto ticket, like when they have those big ones going on, we have to drive to the state line, which is the California-Nevada state line, which is again about 45 minutes from Las Vegas, from the casinos on the Strip. And then they have like a little mini market, like a convenience store. And I think it's the Powerball or one of those real high ones when it goes way, way up. It's a little store, and the line will wrap around the building because everybody wants in on that, the big Powerball. So yeah, so there's no lotto or no lottery here in Las Vegas. So the real interesting thing, I was already kind of used to it because, like I said, I grew up in Southern California, and my mom and dad were from Southern California, but they got married here in Las Vegas, not too far from here actually, about 10 minutes from here. My mom and dad got married in 1955, right up here on the Strip. So, but anyway, but a lot of people don't know that when I moved here, I was already used to it. We have gambling in the stores. It's like our Vons or our Smiths. When you go in there, they'll set aside a gambling area, and you'll see slot machines that you can go play while you're shopping or before or after you're shopping. And we also have slot machines in the pharmacy and usually the gas stations and places like that. And the airport. I haven't been inside of McCarran Airport in years and years, but I see it on TV and I see the different slot machines there. So a lot of people are shocked by that when they go to the airport or the gas station or the grocery store or things like that, the pharmacy. You will see slot machines there. Okay, so the next question, let's see. I get asked a lot, do locals go to the strip and hang out there? I would say no. Um, a lot of people that I know and talk to, they hang out more locally in Henderson or Green Valley. Um, Unless they have a real special restaurant or casino they want to go gambling at. A lot of people, because I get asked this a lot on Instagram because I tag Las Vegas a lot. People think because you live here, you're always at the strip gambling or downtown gambling. You're always gambling, or you're at a gentleman's club, or eating out every night. And it's just not like that. You know, when you visit here for a weekend or even a week, you have to cram everything into those couple of days. So you try to do everything you can. But when you live here, I'm not saying that it gets boring, because it don't, but you learn to spread yourself out. Nobody goes to the strip every night gambling and partying and all that, you know. Maybe some people do. The people I know, they don't do that. Maybe once a month or maybe a couple times a month. So it does cost money, you know, of course, gas, and the restaurants and the buffets, they're expensive now in the casinos. Nothing's cheap here in Las Vegas anymore. That went out decades ago, way before even I moved up here. I watched the buffets, you know, they were like $1, maybe $2. And I haven't had a buffet in a long time, so it's probably, I don't know, $20, $30, maybe more, depending if you're eating seafood. I remember as a little kid, I think prime rib in one of the casinos on the strip was like $1.99 or something. And it's been about 10 years since I had a buffet on the strip, maybe longer, because I don't eat a whole lot. So going to a buffet for me isn't really worth it. And that was like, I think $14. I think that was at the MGM Hotel and Casino. But I just don't eat a lot of food at once. So paying all that money, you know, doesn't work out too well for me. But sometimes I like to go, or I have company, because I like to have a little bit of food, but a big variety. You know, so I'll take a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So that's why I like the buffets. I like different kinds of food. So to the answer to that, I would say no. Locals don't, you know, always hang out at the strip or downtown. You know, once in a while, because you know it does cost money to gamble and, you know, to eat out and all that. A lot of people hang out where they live. If it's Henderson or Green Valley, we have local bars and other things, you know, restaurants to do, you know, besides just going on the Las Vegas Strip and downtown. Okay, so that should answer that question. I got two left. Um, I get asked a lot about the bars. When do they close? Here in Las Vegas, there's no last call. So there's drinking 24/7 here. So you can go to the strip, you can go downtown, you're walking, driving. Well, really not driving, you shouldn't be drinking, but we'll say taking a cab, unless you have a designated driver. You can drink 24/7 around the clock if you can handle that. I can't, I don't drink. I never really did, so that's not a problem for me. But for those of you, if you want to wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning and have a drink, you can drink here in Las Vegas. And sometimes when I do drive the Las Vegas Strip, people will be drinking. So this is just kind of a warning for you. And a lot of people won't use the crosswalks or the overhead bridges. You know, they're talking and, you know, with someone else, and they'll just walk right out into the street. And a lot of times, it's happened to me, people will be talking with their friends or in a group of people. They got a drink in their hand and they just want to cross the street, and they'll just cut right in front of your car. So you always want to go real slow on the strip or downtown. So that's just to let you know, because you know, you come here, you get overwhelmed, especially at night. When those lights come on, the city turns into I like to call it like a magical city. It turns like magical. It changes, which is, you know, for the good. And people get obsessed with the lights and the music and the people. And sometimes they have, you know, like bands or street musicians singing or something, and people just get caught up in that. And of course they're drinking and talking and having a good time, and I can see that you're not paying attention. You go right from the sidewalk into the street. Before you know it, you're on the strip, and cars are coming. So if you want to do that, try to use the overhead bridges that go over the strip. You'll see them. You can just walk right over the strip so you don't have to get into the traffic. So one more question for the 13 things you should know before you come to Las Vegas. People ask me, does it get hot in Las Vegas? And yes, it does get hot here. It gets very hot here. We're not that far from Death Valley. I forgot the exact time, maybe an hour or 2 hours. I forgot. You can always Google that. The hottest I've seen it here is about 118 degrees, but that's not every day. Some days in summer, like between June and September, those, especially August and September, are the hottest months here. And it'll reach up to 118 degrees. A lot of days it'll stay like at 115, 116, right around there. Likes to hover like around 115. Seems like most days in summer. Then if you have the wind or the breeze, then that's that blow dryer effect. It's blowing that hot air, right in your face. So I like the heat, but I'm not out working in it, and I'm not in it all day. I'm either in an air-conditioned building or this house here, which is air-conditioned. You have to have air conditioning in your house or where you work because it's too hot. I know years ago in the 30s and 40s when they were building the dam and the casinos, they didn't have air conditioning yet. I don't know how they survived. Now here, if it's 115 degrees at noon, it'll be about 115 degrees at midnight. It don't really get cool off too much. When I lived in California, I lived in Lancaster, California, which is the desert like here. If it was 115 degrees during the day, it would cool off to maybe 98 or 100 degrees at night. So it'd be about a 15-degree difference. Here in Las Vegas, it's a different. It usually will stay at that degrees pretty much. So if it's 113 degrees, it might drop down, say, to maybe 110. It'll still be very hot at night as well as in the daytime. So people ask, well, how can you live like that? Well, like I said, if you can, you work indoors. There's air conditioning in the casinos or wherever, or you're inside your house. So when you do go out, of course, your car has to have a really good working air conditioning. And we learn to adapt here in Las Vegas. So we try to avoid going out between the hours of noon and say 3 o'clock, because those are the hottest hours of the day. So if you can go early in the morning or at 4 o'clock or after, it will still be hot, but the hot sun won't be beating down on you constantly. I mean, it will, but it won't be as hot as between the hours of noon to 3 p.m. Those are the hottest. It'll still be hot at 4 and 5 and 6, just not as hot. Very important when you guys come out here, bring bottled water with you. If you drive out here or if you fly out here, so a lot of people, they'll think, well, I'll just walk the strip and go from casino to casino, and they don't have any water. Now there's Walgreens and different areas on the strip or downtown where you can buy bottled water. So before you start your walking, even any time of day, morning or night, please have water with you. You might want to bring a bottle of waters. Maybe you have a backpack on you, put in some snacks, put in a couple bottles of water. It's real easy to keep walking and you lose track of time. You want to keep, hydrated. I know this from experience. Because one time I walked from MGM all the way down, the Bellagio's Bally's, which I don't know, is probably only about a mile. And I got tired and I didn't have any water, so I had to buy some water. So I should have had water with me. And I knew better because I was living here for about a year at that time. It was in spring though, it wasn't the super hot heat. But please always bring water with you. carry it in a bag, the water bottles, or bring a backpack, put it on your back. It's real easy when you're in a casino with air conditioning. It's real cold in the casino. You think, well, I don't need water, to go walking up and down the strip. But you don't realize once you get out and you're walking about, and you're sweating and that heat's beating down on you, that sun, you're going to get dehydrated very fast. So you want to keep sipping on water. So even if you don't think you need water when you're walking from casino to casino or downtown on Fremont Street, you will need water. So make sure you have water at all times with you, and all your family and kids, let them know too. So bottled water is very important. So make sure before you even head out of your casino or wherever you're staying, have bottled water with you, enough to last for the day. Okay, so I think that was about it. So, and then also the heat here, it's a dry heat. Now, I've heard a lot of comedians get on TV and say, well, it don't matter, when it's 118 degrees, dry heat or not, hot is hot. And in a way, that's true. 118 degrees is very hot, especially if you're coming from back east or the Midwest and you're not used to our summer heat here, but it still is a dry heat. Now, I've never been to Florida, but they seem like when it's like 100 degrees, you're just, pouring down sweat. It's like you just got out of the shower and you feel like that all day. You're just all sticky and wet. So we don't have that here. I mean, you do sweat, and when you come in from outside, you have a cooling down period. So if you're not sweating outside, you will come in an air-conditioned building or your home, and then you will start sweating for about 5, maybe 10 minutes. You'll have a cooling down period. Then after that, you should be okay. But like I said, I haven't been to Florida or any place like that. But I hear people say there's a big difference between Las Vegas, the dry heat, and Florida, where it isn't a dry heat. So I just wanted to clear that up a little bit. So yeah, if you want to come visit here or come and live out here, I would recommend you come out here at least once in the summer, like around July, August, September, when it's the hottest, to see if you can handle the heat. Because when you get out of your car to do errands or go to the store, then run other errands, come home, or if you want to go somewhere for the day, you want to make sure you can handle the heat. I'm kind of used to it. If you're coming from the Midwest or back east, you might not be able to handle, an average 115 degrees all summer long for 3 or 4 months. But the winters are nice. For me, it gets just a little bit too cold. But, for a lot of people from California, and especially from the Midwest or New York, back east, around there, our winter will probably feel like summer to you guys. So a lot of times when I go to the grocery stores or to the bank, I will see people in flip-flops and shorts and in a t-shirt like this, or maybe like a light jacket or a sweater and shorts and flip-flops, and that's it. So obviously they're from the Midwest or back east, and they're not really cold. And I'll be in a ski jacket or a real big jacket, layered up with like a flannel shirt underneath, and have my t-shirt on. So yeah, my body don't like the cold too well, so I wouldn't be too good in the Midwest or back east. The winters, my body wouldn't like the winters, all that snow and cold. So there you have it, everybody. Those are the 13 questions and answers. I hope I answered for everybody. If I did not get to any of your questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. I'll write them down, and then I'll make another video. I would like to start doing more of these Las Vegas videos. I will be going out on the Strip and hopefully going to some car shows and other areas around Las Vegas to vlog for you guys. I just haven't had time right now. I've been busy and different things have been coming up. But I like educating people about Las Vegas. And when I'm running around Las Vegas, if I'm at a casino or on the Strip, I'll vlog that, and if I have any questions from people, I'll try to answer them for you guys. Or you can just leave comments on one of my videos. And if I get 4 or 5 questions, I'll write them down and I'll do a follow-up video. But I want to do more videos explaining about Las Vegas because it really is a great city. a very interesting and unique city, and we're the only one in the world like this. So hopefully I'll be doing more videos like this in the future. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments, okay? And yeah, so this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing this. Okay, so you guys take care out there. I hope I answered all your questions. You guys stay safe, and I will see you guys next time.